Are they really doing this again? I have a variety of updates for you in this video. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as there is so much going on right now. It is incredibly busy with everything changing, but I'm doing all the research, I'm watching everything very closely, and I distill all that information down into these short videos, which I deliver to you right here on the channel a few times each and every day, so that you can get the latest updates hot off the wire as they're being released. We've got a lot to talk about in this video, so let's get into it right away. But like I said, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any updates going forward. Alright, thank you so much. Let's get right into it. So I do have a variety of things to talk about in this video, so let's burn through these one at a time. First off, let's quickly talk about what they're going to be doing with some of that money from the infrastructure bill that was signed into law late last year. So, as we all know, according to the supply chain issues and inflation and everything going on right now, there's about $450 million that's going to be opened up to give to the ports around the country right now to help alleviate some of the supply chain issues. So, they have up until May to apply for this money, and this $450 million will help apparently alleviate some of the supply chain issues. However, at the same time, they're also telling us, don't get too excited. It's going to take quite a while for that money to start flowing and all of these operations to be put in place. Therefore, it's probably going to take quite a while for any of the supply chain issues to be solved with this nearly $500 million. So, it's nice that something will be done, but at the same time, on the other hand, it's probably going to take quite a while for this money to start flowing and for the supply chain issues to start being fixed. At the same time, there are still multiple container ships anchored off the coast of California waiting to come in with all of that product on it that we need on our store shelves. So, very interesting, but something we've got to watch going forward right now. Also, remember how a few months ago, President Biden came out and said that he was going to be tapping into the emergency petroleum reserves here in the United States to help alleviate some of the gas prices? Well, guess what they're doing? They're talking about tapping into the reserves once again to help alleviate the gas prices. However, as we can learn from last time, it helped for what, like 2 days? And how much did it help? About 10 to 12 cents according to the reports, so it didn't help very much. Now again, I should have done a little bit more research on this before I came onto this video. Honestly, I have no clue how much oil is in the reserves, but with everything going on around the world right now, is this really the time to be tapping into the reserves? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the expert here, I'm not an economist, I don't know how much is in the reserves, but I feel like we're kind of on the brink of something really big possibly going on around the world right now. I feel like maybe we should conserve that because you never know when we might be completely cut off from energy. Again, just saying, I don't really know anything, but I'm just letting you know it seems kind of weird. But anyway, they want to lower the price of gas, and as of right now, today, the national average, according to the most recent report that just came out earlier today, the national average for 1 gallon of gas around the United States is $3.54. So this is up another about 5 cents over what it was last week. So this thing continues to move up. And what the experts, the analysts, and what people are saying right now, going forward throughout this year, they're saying that we could see $140 per barrel oil. That's going to translate into between $5 and $7 per gallon gas. So, like I said in yesterday's video, I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to buy myself a bike. Seriously, you know what I mean? Actually, we already have a bike, so I don't need to buy one, but my point is, I think a lot of us are going to be riding bikes and or getting some walking shoes. So anyway, not ideal, but seriously, this is not a good situation going forward, right? All right, with the same thing, at the same time as we're talking about transportation, the Freedom Convoys here in the United States have taken off and they are making their way over to DC. So they started out today and they're making their way across the country. Some started in California. There were some started over on the East Coast, but anyway, they are all planning to converge over in DC in early March. Now again, there's a few different arrival dates in which they do want to actually arrive there. There's actually 3 different convoys here in the United States. They all have a separate name. To be honest with you, I don't remember the names right now. I did read all 3 of the names earlier, and I'm not recalling them at this moment. I apologize, but there are 3 different convoys across the country here, and they are all planning to converge on DC early next week, right around the time of the State of the Union address with the president on March 1st. Now, some are planning to be there right away, like on Tuesday of next week, and some are planning to be there right around the 5th or the 6th, again, next week sometime. So, very interesting. Once again, there's so many things going on right now. Also, one other thing thing that just came out today. Well, there's multiple things I want to talk about in addition to this, but again, just one more thing that came out today. So remember here, one of the provisions in the stimulus package, otherwise known as the Build Back Better agenda, was the SALT deduction, the repeal of the $10,000 cap on SALT deduction, and they wanted to raise that. Well, a new proposal was actually just released today. Here's what they're actually including in this. Repeal the $10,000 SALT deduction and raise it up to $60,000 for those individuals earning over $400,000, provided that they have a net worth of under $1 billion. However, for those individuals earning under $400,000 of annual income, there would be no cap on the SALT deductions. So, for those lower income people, anybody basically earning under $400,000 would have unlimited SALT deductions, state and local tax deductions. That would be pretty nice right there. So, that would actually be pretty big for a lot of people because that would allow you to write off and deduct any state and local taxes against your federal taxes. So, for the lower income people and anybody under $400,000 a year, that'd be really helpful for a lot of people. So, anyway, that's the new provision that is floating out there right now. Again, will it be passed? Who knows? But this is just what they're proposing now. So we'll see if they have to do anything with that, and if they sign off on it, or if they pass it through. Let's quickly talk about the stimulus package now. Again, like I said earlier, a lot going on right now. Seriously, there's so much going on. It's unreal. When I read through this stuff, it's like, how can this much stuff be going on around the world? But I guess when you have, I should say around the United States, but I guess when you have over 7 billion people in the world and like 333 million people here in the United States, there's bound to be some big things going on. So anyway, let's quickly talk about the stimulus package. So Congress is starting to finally realize that their policies are not actually working right now. Yeah, believe it or not, they're starting to recognize that the policies that they have been introducing or that they've been actually passing through are not working. The American people are struggling, and they're trying to figure out what they can do going forward to bring that very much needed relief to the American people as quickly as possible. So they're actually realizing, hey, the solution that we're actually putting forth here isn't working, guys. We should figure out a better solution. Whoa, who came up with the brainiac idea? I mean, seriously, right? So I think all of us here in the community have realized this for a very long time now. We've been calling on Congress for a very long time. What you guys are doing isn't working. Maybe you should come up with a different solution. And they're finally figuring it out. They're scratching their heads and saying, hey, this isn't working. We should do something different. Really? I wonder where you guys got the ideas from. So anyway, it's nice that they're finally recognizing that the policies and or lack of policies that they've been coming up with lately are simply not the solution that the American people need right now. So now they're trying to start to scramble and figure out, okay, we've got to get something done here fast. We know the midterm elections are coming up here quickly. What can we do going forward? So very interestingly, but according to what I've been finding here, in addition to the stimulus package, the big Build Back Better agenda, the original version of it, the newly revised version, the skinny portion of the bill, yeah, there's a lot going on here. But now they're realizing that it is time, and it is time to act now to get these individual bills passed through, and it's time to get them done going forward immediately. Let's get some relief to the American people. So one other thing, and again, I know there's not a ton of you here in the community who are eligible to receive this, but I want to throw this out there once again. I've seen this over the last couple days here a lot, like a major push to reinstate those child tax credit payments. Now again, I know that a lot of you here in the community maybe not be eligible for these payments, because I do know that a lot of you here in the community do receive Social Security, SSDI, SSI, things like this. And maybe you don't have kids that are under the age, 17 and younger to be eligible for this. But it's still a very important thing that we need to pay attention to and watch going forward, because this may be what gives birth to these adult tax credit payments. Again, possibly even advanced payments going forward. Now again, just like everything else out there, no guarantees, but I'm just simply saying, as Congress continues to scramble around and realize that American people, struggling families, individuals with kids, older adults, people living on a fixed income, they're realizing that this is a kind of a dire situation right now, and they've got to get these payments reinstated. Like I said, we've got to watch this, because this may be the catalysts that may actually give birth to additional payments that we are calling adult tax credit payments. Now again, maybe it's called something different. As I've said so many times in previous videos, who cares what the name is? Doesn't matter what the name is, just a matter of monthly checks. So again, no guarantees. I'm just letting you know this is something we've got to watch, even if it pertains to the child tax credit payments. Very important to continue watching this going forward. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on out there right now. Now also, let's quickly talk about the Russia-Ukraine thing. Again, I don't want to get into a ton of detail here. I know that a lot of you, I kind of on the fence with this whole thing. Again, I don't want to get into a ton of detail, but let's briefly talk about it. And I think one of my lights just made a bunch of noise, and I was like, did it just burn out or something? Sorry, that was awkward. Actually, one quick side note, super funny story. So maybe a month and a half ago, I was here recording a video, and one of my lights blew in the middle of as I was recording, and it scared the stuff out of me. You know what I mean? I jumped, and I had a really bad face, and I was like, ah! And it was so scared because it popped a really loud noise, and it just totally freaked me out. I thought somebody was in the room, and totally freaked me out. So anyway, I had Corey edit the video for me, and I was like, what is my face like? And she's like, we should almost leave this in. It is so funny, your facial expression, because I jumped and I was super scared. Anyway, I just heard a noise and I thought my light busted again, but no, I don't know what was happening. But anyway, total side note, it was super funny though, and it just totally freaked me out when that happened about a month and a half ago or so. But anyway, it's total side note. I have no clue what I was even talking about. But anyway, the moral of the story is there's a lot going on right now. Oh, the Russia-Ukraine thing. So overnight, Ukraine actually implemented a state of emergency and basically told everybody, get out of the country. So sad situation. Again, nothing has really advanced yet as of over there, but at this same time, they're also saying it's pretty much imminent. It's probably going down any day here. So again, fingers crossed for everybody over there. Please hope everybody is staying safe and just honestly praying for everybody, but kind of a sad, scary situation. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about it, but that's just what happened overnight last night. Now, again, remember the time difference is about 9 hours. I believe that's what it is. I looked it up just because I was kind of interested in knowing what time is it over there versus what it is here. And kind of a big time difference, something like that, 8 or 9 hours, something like that. So anyway, of course, I'll keep you posted with everything going on. There's a lot going on right here in this country. As I do get more details on anything going on, of course, I will keep you posted. But again, when it comes to energy prices, according to all the experts right now, they're saying, look out, there is likely going to be some massive surges on energy prices going forward above and beyond what we're already paying. About maybe 2 weeks ago, I told you what my gas bill was for January versus December. It was huge. Let me just tell you really quickly in case you missed it in that last video. In December, my gas bill was $78. Now again, that's high, but for this time of year, it's not out of line. I mean, that's kind of what I expect to pay about this time of year. However, January, it was $129. Seriously, I've never paid over, I think my highest bill ever in the history of ever paying for my gas bill was $92. And that was one really cold winter. $129. I don't even want to see what next month is going to be. Seriously, energy prices are expected to go much higher than this. So, wow. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Stay safe out there. Please remember, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. I'm right here by your side. I'm doing all the research, doing whatever I possibly can to be here as your one and only daily advocate. So please stay safe out there. I'll keep you updated with everything going on. My duty is to be here for you, to keep you updated, and to bring you this information in the shortest amount of time that I possibly can, even though sometimes I digress in my videos and I talk about my lights blowing up or burning out, I should say, in my videos and scaring me. I mean, totally irrelevant, but my point is, I don't know, kind of a funny story sometimes. So anyway, hope you're doing well. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other videos right here on the channel, and I'll catch you again later in the next one. Thanks so much.